Hey, baseball fans. Matt Magee here for the BCR. Make sure to subscribe and become a member today. All offseason, we have a jam-packed schedule to keep you entertained and informed during the MLB offseason. Weekly shows like MLB Today, Braves Country Today, going over the world of baseball, how it affects all teams, including the Atlanta Braves. Once Upon a Pastime series, Thursday nights, we'll take a deep dive on the history of this great game. And on Friday nights, Braves Country Theater, we're going to turn back the clock and bring you historic games from the past. We'll bring you a game from yesteryear. That's Braves Country Radio, the BCR. Coming this spring, a jam-packed loaded spring training schedule, wall-to-wall coverage of Major League Baseball. Pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play, the Atlanta Braves, and our out-of-town doubleheaders. American League, National League, we're covering Ronald Acuna Jr.'s LVBP Sharks in December, the Caribbean Series. In January, the World Baseball Classic gets rolling. On March 5th, we'll be here for all the action. We'll see you there for the classic call of the great game of baseball.
Armchair.
Do you think you can get me a tape of the show?
What on earth for?
Well, how often do you get to hear your son on the radio?
I'm on the radio every day.
You're listening to WQVZ, 1700 AM Mission Radio.
Well, me and the Lord, we got an understanding. We're on a mission from God.
No one talks in my meeting. No one. Think you can run this? If you could, then I wouldn't be here. Because I'm sick and tired of our football team getting pushed all over the field. I want precision. This is an institution of learning, ladies and gentlemen. You've tried it your way for years. They've given me less than 1 year to turn this place around. Forget about the way it used to be. This is not a damn democracy. We are in a state of emergency, and my word is law.
10 years ago, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from maximum security stockade. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire
Armchair.
Community Access Channel.
He's the armchair quarterback. He's full of beer and he's full of snacks. The all-American man. Yeah, the armchair quarterback.
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Welcome to the Armchair Quarterbacks today as we welcome it. My God, could they have more ads on these things? Welcome in, Mr. Doug. How are you, sir?
Doing good on this bowl week.
Bobby, how you doing? I'm about to say how's it hanging, but this is a family show.
I'm doing great. I'm looking forward to the college football playoffs. I'm looking forward to Christmas coming up and New Year's. It's a fun time.
Yeah, and I mean, for a sports fan, it doesn't get any better than this, I don't think. I mean, you're talking about you've got pretty much ball games around the clock for the next 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. And so we look forward to that. Tonight kind of kicks it off of games that'll have your interest for the next couple weeks. There were some college football games last night. In case you missed it, let me see. I was kind of watching a couple of them, but it wasn't really locked in. I did watch quite a bit of the Old Dominion South Florida game. I was editing something. Hey, look at hit. Okay, I had Delaware on the money line. They were -1 or +1. I can't remember which one, but they beat Louisiana 20-13. I had Old Dominion +3.5. I did that on live betting at the very beginning, and they ended up beating South Florida going away. It was a laugher, 24-10. But tonight you've got the NFL big game in your division. Not that it affects you in any single way.
Yeah, a little bit late for that.
Kind of like if I watched the Jags play the Texans or the Colts, I'd be like, yeah, whoopity do. Titans ain't doing anything. But a big matchup. The winner of that game is going to have the inside track to the division championship.
Absolutely.
And Doug, how about the fact that your Kansas City Chiefs are gone? They will no longer be in the playoffs in 2000. Well, this year will be the first time that they have missed the playoffs since I believe 2014. I know you're heartbroken about that.
Yeah, it'll be a shame to be at a Super Bowl party and not see the Chiefs.
Yeah, I know. Usually Doug's at our Super Bowl parties decked out in Chiefs. He comes in with this
Chiefs gear,
Taylor Swift pom-poms, the whole 9 yards.
Exactly. Now I don't know what to do.
Yeah, what the hell are you going to do, man?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Getting out of bed this year, man. God. So we dive in quickly. Normally we'll hit some kind of big topic or whatnot to start off the show. We're not doing that today because today we have the college football playoffs that we're going, the college football bowl picks that we're going to hit. And we have so many of them that we're going to get into that it's going to be really difficult to talk about anything but the lines. So I'm going to quit bloviating on all the other stuff that we were just talking about. And we're going to go ahead and get into it. I'm welcoming in our Facebook crowd so we can get that going. And away we go. Okay. Something didn't happen. Oh, for the love of God. It's always, man, Facebook is just, it's unbelievable. They always have an issue. Let me see if all right. It's on there now. So Bobby will be putting these in. He'll be busy working today. He'll put them in and I'll put them in the chat. I know some of y'all are probably just waking up. A lot of y'all tune in as we're going along. So if we say howdy, we're not spending much time saying howdy. We're going to get to getting it. All right. Let's go ahead and start off with the survivor picks because Bobby and Doug are still kicking in this is the third leg of the survivor. Here we go. All right, survivor picks. Bobby, who is your survivor here in week number 16?
Yeah, we're getting to that point of the season. Doug, I'm sure at this point you're taking no offense to it, but of course I'm picking against your Raiders. I'm going with the Texans, the biggest favorite on this weekend slate of football games, of NFL games, that is. And the Texans look really good right now. Their offense is rolling. They have one of the best, if not the best, defenses in the league. And the Raiders they're a mess. Just to put it simply.
Yeah, to put it mildly, yeah.
All right, Doug. Who do you have? Are you going to counter that and grow a pair and take the Raiders?
If I want to lose, yes, I'll make that stand. I was going to take the Raiders too.
You're going to take the Raiders or the Texans?
Oh, Texans. God, you got me saying Raiders now.
But you're not going to because we established that we can't double up.
Oh, I know. Okay. No, I know. That's why go ahead and give me my survivor pick. Give me Buffalo over Cleveland.
And I'm just assuming y'all are keeping track of who is taking who and who is not taking who. Yeah. in this round so that we know what this is an honor system. I haven't kept up with it. I've had so much junk going on. You'll notice something for members that dropped this late last night, and it'll be out to the public on Christmas Eve. We did a version. I'll get much more into the 10 o'clock game because it's a baseball thing. But if you're familiar with 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, I rewrote a much longer version of 'Twas the Night Before Braves Country Christmas and put it to video, et cetera, the audio and everything like that. I think it came out pretty well. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy it. It's going to, for you members, you get it all the way until forever. We're going to drop it to the public on Christmas Eve morning, I believe around 7 a.m. and we'll share it on the show. I'll probably share it on the show the next time we do the show as we're coming or going, just so folks have an idea of what it is. But anyways, hope folks enjoy that. It was some hard work. It took me 3 solid days of cutting and pasting and freaking doing the audio. I had to write the damn thing at first. I'll be honest with you, I was not originally going to write this thing. What happened is it morphed into me going down a damn rabbit hole. I was looking for something to read because on Christmas Eve, mid-afternoon into the early evening, we are going to put something up on our channel here on the Braves Country Radio channel of just Christmas music and people being able to come in and say hi. And I was like, someone had to have written something sportsy for Christmas over the years. I'm just going to read that off and we're going to add it to the audio and away we go. The next thing I know, I wasn't just changing it a little, this thing that I found, because it was okay, but it wasn't great. Next thing I know, I've got the whole damn thing reconstructed. It's like you're going in to fix a pothole, and the next thing you know, you're building a bridge. So that's what happened there. But we move on from that, and we go to the stupid underdog picks.
There's no need to fear.
Stupid
Underdog is here.
Stupid underdog. Stupid underdog.
All right, all in all, we had a horrible week in general, but Bobby and I did hit our picks for the. I think my number's wrong. I'm gonna have to relook at that. In fact, I know it is. But anyways, I'll edit it later. I hit my 5.5. Bobby hit his 5.5. I believe that took me to 9, not 6. I didn't have my glasses on this morning, so forgive me. But Bobby's now at minus 6.5, and Doug is just below us. Doug missed his, so we kind of teeter-tottered over each other. And you know what this reminded me? I was thinking of this morning. This is like a golf tournament where the first round I came out the gates because I hit the Florida State Bama game. And then rounds 2 and 3 of the moving days, Doug took the lead. And as we're going into basically what is the final stretch, right, the Sunday of the tournament, just before it begins, Bobby and I got lucky as hell and hit a hole-in-one as Doug double bogeyed, and all of a sudden right at each other. So this is going to go all the way through mid-January, so it's still a long way to go. And man, what did I just miss? The Mets are finalizing something. But anyways, we'll talk baseball at the top of the hour. Okay, stupid underdog, which means Bobby, you go first, and then Doug, you go second this week. So what you got, Bobby?
Of course, my stupid underdog pick this week, I'm going to go for a pretty big underdog, so it could potentially get me out to a lead if they pull this off. I'm going to go Tulane plus 17.5.
Wow.
I'm going to take a chance on the continuity of their coaching staff being able to go into this game with John Summerall and having that coaching staff together, and then the chaos that is Ole Miss right now. I'm hoping that Tulane, their continuity and being able to keep their coach for this game and potentially beyond this if they're able to get a win. I'm hoping that plays a big factor. And if not, I think they can cover. I think there's potential that they keep this within a couple of scores and get out of there with 3 points for me in this stupid underdog game.
It really is hard to know because of all the movement on the coaching staffs, right? I mean, I was looking at that one. I really didn't think anyone was going to take it. I was looking at that one. I couldn't convince myself that it would happen. I think we talked about this last show, but I found out the reasoning because I wasn't really paying attention from the NFL side of it. The reason why Miami, Texas A&M is the noon kickoff game on Saturday, of course, Bama is the night before, but the reason why it is because there's an NFL doubleheader on Saturday. They're going to get crushed in the ratings. So I guess they wanted the biggest draw they could find. They wanted the biggest draw Friday night, Bama, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
The second biggest draw, Texas A&M versus Miami, which isn't going to light your world on fire, but they hope you're going to stay and watch the rest.
Of course.
I think it's incredibly stupid what they did. I don't think it's bad to have played a game on Saturday at noon. But hear me out. You've had 2-3 weeks off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why could you not have played one game on Wednesday night or really early on Thursday? I'm talking about like 6, 7 o'clock so the game gets going before the NFL ever kicks off. Either way. And then do an early doubleheader on Friday, like a 7, and then have Oregon game start at 10:30 Friday night. And then Saturday morning do the noon game. Because I'm telling you, I'm not watching it. I'll put it on the background on silence if it gets close or whatever. I'm not watching either one of those games. Junk. Notre Dame should have been in the damn playoffs. I hate this stupid rule that they came up with to put a second Bobo team. There should only be one Bobo slot. and I'm fine with the Bobo slot, but there should only be one. We don't need, when you only have 12 teams, 2 Bobo slots is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So anyways, but we'll be at 16 and then 24 within 2 or 3 years, I'm convinced. Doug, what is your stupid underdog real quick?
I am going to take the Chargers plus 2.5 against the Cowboys. That's my underdog.
Chargers plus 2.5.
Yeah.
See, Doug has a much different strategy than Bobby and I. Bobby and I are swinging. This goes back to the golf. We're swinging for the downs off the tee.
Yeah.
And Doug finds a way to chip and putt his way all the way down. And he's like, y'all keep taking stupid crap. I'm going to cover. I'm going to go with the relatively big swing and probably should have played a little more conservative because I took the lead. But I think this has a decent chance of hitting. What day is this? I just had it in front of me. There it is. That is 2:15 ESPN next Saturday, because we're not doing a show next week, so everything's on the board for those. I'm going to take UConn plus 9.5 against Army. Army's better than what they have been in years past, but they're not as good as they were last year. I think 9.5 is incredibly high. And the other thing that jumps out at me, the game is being played in Fenway in Boston. That is basically the backyard of the UConn Huskies.
Okay.
So give me UConn with the chance to maybe, then that gives me a reason to actually watch that game. Give me UConn plus 9.5. All right. Now we're going to go into the college football bowls. We'll finish off with our 6-pack, and this is how we'll do it. I've got the lines already jotted down to save time from last night. I jotted them down, and I will just read them off, and y'all give me who you got. I skipped a couple because some of them were kind of like, who's going to watch that? Now, there are some that I did put on that who's going to watch that, and we're still going to pick them. But these bowl games will take us all the way through the end of bowl season. We will update these as the rounds go on in college football playoffs and make our picks off of that. But all the other games we're going to go ahead and pick today. All right, we start off Friday. Is it 11 a.m. Eastern? Is that right? Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern. With the Myrtle Beach Bowl. Western Michigan is a 3.5-point favorite against Kennesaw State. Doug, what you got?
Give me laying the points with Western Michigan.
Okay. Bobby, what say you?
Yeah, I'll go Western Michigan covering.
All right, we're going to have our first pushback. I'm going to take Kennesaw State.
Ooh.
Mainly because I just kind of pull for them because they're right outside the Atlanta area. And the other reasoning is why the hell not? But I bet a ton on Kennesaw State over the last few years on college basketball. So I'm not going to say that I'm a fan, but I do pay attention to their program, and that's got a lot to do with what. And Kennesaw State's actually had a decent year. Yeah. I have followed their team somewhat. I'm not going to tell you, that we're doing this and doing that, and I'm sitting there locked in and got everything. I got to turn the SEC games off, and Big Ten can go to hell because Kennesaw State's kicking off. No, but I do normally pay attention to their score. Well, so that'll probably start miserably for me. But next game, this has a little more intrigue. This is the home. All right, I'm not giving these ball games have names this damn long. All right, the Gasparilla Bowl. What you got, Bobby?
I'm gonna go Memphis. I'm gonna go Memphis to cover at +4.5.
Memphis +4.5. Doug, what say you? It is 4.5.
I agree. Memphis +4.5.
Memphis +4.5. I don't think this is a very good NC State team. Give me Memphis in the points. Yeah. They have been decent over the years, but we'll go ahead and so that's a first double down of the game that we are playing. It's a college football pick'em show tomorrow night. Bama, Oklahoma. Now this one's got some intrigue. It's a rematch. It's Bama just a 1.5 point underdog. The game's in Norman, Oklahoma. Obviously, it's a road game, so that you got to factor that in. I think a lot of people probably forget that the first round they're actually hosting, and that it's not at some random bowl site. Jerry Jones did get his hands involved in any of this. Bobby, what you got? You got OU defending their home turf, or you got an upset?
I'm gonna go Bama getting it done on the road here. I mean, Oklahoma or Bama had 3 turnovers in the first game. One of them was a pick 6, and they still only managed to lose by 2 points. I think if they can clean that up and play better football this time around, and I think they'll get it done on the road. I mean, we're talking about 3 turnover margin, turnover margin of -3, and they still only lost by a couple of points. It's hard not to go with Bama if they get that straightened out.
Doug, what you got?
I got the same thing going. Give me Bama on the road. Yeah, they're not going to play as badly. And the fact that they, like Bobby said, they only lost by 2 on the pick 6. So,
all right, I'm going to go with Bama as well. So it's another double down. It's only because I did give a little pause because it is a road game, and that is a big environment there in Norman, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
But the weather's not going to be much of a factor, 52 degrees. And it's really difficult to beat anybody 2 times in the same year in college football.
Mm-hmm.
NFL is a little different, but in the same year, I just don't like the odds of it happening twice. And Alabama, I think they're going to be motivated after getting their ass handed to them the last month of the season. Probably strong argument they shouldn't be in the playoffs. But they've heard all that, and they're probably going to be ready. And I do think DeBoer is a good coach. I don't care what all these knuckleheads say. I do believe he's a really good coach. So we'll go ahead and go with that. Next game on the docket, Miami, Texas A&M, Saturday morning. And that is a 3.5 point favorite for the Aggies. Bobby, what say you?
I'm going to go with the Aggies cover. I'm going to go with them covering -3.5. I think they'll get this one done against Miami.
Doug, what you got?
Yep, I got Texas A&M -3.5. Miami, no running game. I think A&M's defense is going to put them in a lot of 3rd and 4s, a lot of 3rd and 7s. And without that run game, I think Texas is going to spend all day just pretty much curve stomping them all day long.
I was going to go Miami just so that if they won, I would still, get something out of it. But since y'all are going A&M, I really believe A&M's, first of all, the better team.
Yeah.
Make an argument that Notre Dame should be in over Miami. I know they beat them head-to-head, but that was week 1 in August in Miami, and they won by a field goal.
Yeah.
And I don't want to hear about this eye test bull crap. Oh, well, like this, there was a much bigger win. No, it wasn't. I watched the game. Yeah, Notre Dame scored late to make it a 1-score game, but that game was nip and tuck all the way down. And I don't think that Miami team beats, or that today's Miami team beats today's Notre Dame team. Notre Dame had 2 very tough losses. This happens to be their losses. This happens to be A&M. This happens to be Miami. I think Notre Dame would beat either one of these teams right now. Now I would not put put Notre Dame in over an A&M. That's a different argument. But A&M went into Notre Dame, right? And granted, it was a long time ago too, but it's a much different argument when A&M only has 1 loss, right? My biggest thing is this: Miami has only played 4 road games, 4 games outside the state of Florida. How are they going to respond to College Station?
That's true.
And Miami's quarterback, who of course came from Georgia, was kind of ho-hum about that very question. He said that they only use, the silent counts once, which is in Tallahassee this year, and they don't really think they needed him then because he has such a loud clap. I'm like, you were way out in front of that game. Florida State made a late charge. And I do remember that game and that late charge. There was a little bit of rattled by the Miami offense. Was it because of the crowd noise? I don't know. But I do know this. You weren't impressive in the fourth quarter, and that is going to be A&M at the very beginning because that game got away from Florida State in a tough rivalry game like that. If it would have been close, they would have been raucous the entire time. But it's only human nature to go, crap, it's 28-9 or whatever the hell the score was. What time does that kegger start? You know what I mean? All right, so the next game on the docket, we've got Tulane, Ole Miss. Bobby, I think I know where you're going here.
You would be correct. Yeah, with my stupid underdog pick, I'm going to go Tulane plus 17.5, of course.
Doug, what say you?
I'm laying the points with Ole Miss. I just can't. Yeah, give me Ole Miss and the points.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to go with Ole Miss too because I think they're going to be a little motivated of strict Tulane, right? There's going to be some kind of a chant like that. I wish I could remember that thing that the AD said when he came to the damn podium. Did you hear it, Bobby?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I'd have to clean it up because we're on radio. But I have it liked on one of my TikTok accounts because I was going to play it. I just remembered it now. But anyways, it was something like FU and FLSU or something like that. Whatever the hell it is. I think they're going to come out motivated. And I think it'll be a controlled defensive approach for Ole Miss. But I think they're going to come in there flying. So we'll see what happens. The game's in Oxford. And those fans, man, they've got to have their chest out, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine they will be.
That night, you got James Madison, Oregon. 21-point game. I will not be watching this. So if it turns into like a classic, I will admit right now that thing will not be. It may be on the very, very background, but I'm not paying attention to it. What do you got, Bobby?
Well, I'm going to go with the opposite approach this time around. I'm going to go Oregon minus 21. I think they're going to steamroll JMU.
I do as well. What say you, Doug?
I agree. Yeah.
Okay. Move on to that one. We're going to go into Monday afternoon, ESPN, 2 o'clock. See, this is what I love about these is if you're stuck at work, wherever you're at, you can put the earbud in your ear, act like you're doing stuff, and you can be listening to the ball games, which is what I'll be doing. This one is the Boca Raton Bowl. And that's in Boca Raton, Florida. I don't know why they couldn't have come up with a better name than that. I guess maybe they're trying to get people to vacation there. I don't know. Anyways, Louisville, Toledo getting 6.5. Doug, what say you?
I got Louisville winning this one.
Louisville winning. What in the hell do I have written down here? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I jumped the gun, but that's okay. Louisville, you've got Louisville. Okay.
Yeah.
Bobby, what you got?
I'm going to go Louisville to cover as well. They've beaten some solid teams this year, including a win over Miami. I think they're going to breeze through Toledo.
I'll go ahead and say Louisville as well. Because y'all who are entering and wanting to know who we picked, Bobby's been slacking on that, so I'll try to go through it as we can. But the short of it is, we've all picked the same games except for the Tulane game. Bobby took Tulane, we took Ole Miss, and I took Kennesaw State. They took Western Michigan. I think other than that, we're pretty much being pretty boring here, but they get a little more interesting as we get down the stretch here. All right. Before that game takes place Monday, 2 p.m., that was the Tuesday game that I rattled off. I had it flip-flopped on my card. Monday's game is Washington State, Utah State. Yeah, it's a big one. 2:00 ESPN in Boise, Idaho. So it's the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. That's one of my favorite bowls just because it's on the Idaho field, the blue field. Doug, what say you?
I got Washington State beating Utah State.
Bobby, what do you got?
I have Utah State getting that one done. I have them covering the -1.5 point spread.
All right, and I'm going to go with Washington State. I just have a feel for it. I don't have any real data to back this up, but Washington State played a little more difficult of a schedule than Utah State because they had to get creative because they don't have a conference, right? And so they've actually taken on some pretty good matchup. And because they don't have a true conference championship or anything right now, I think the Pac-12 is actually starting to come back next year, the year after, as they added teams in. But right now, it was just Washington State and Oregon State, so they played the final game of the year, and they're considering that a championship. I mean, come on. What the hell? That's about as legit as that 2023 Michigan championship. Let's go to the next day. We already did the Toledo-Louisville game. 5:30, the New Orleans Bowl. Nolans. We've got Southern Miss and Western Kentucky. Pretty good matchup. 8-4 Western Kentucky versus 7-5 Southern Miss. Doug, what say you? Where are you going?
Let me go with Western Kentucky on this one. They're actually not a bad football team. I actually watched them play a game.
Western Kentucky's getting 5.5. I don't think I said that. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm laying the 5.5 with Western Kentucky.
Bobby, what say you?
I'm doing the same. I'm going with Western Kentucky in this one.
All right, I'm not going to double down because I'm getting tired of us just copying off each other's papers. I'm going to go ahead and take Southern Miss. Not really what you would consider a home field advantage because it's not in the same state, but their fans are a lot closer than what the Western Kentucky fans are. So we'll see who travels better. And I believe, that game's being played in the Superdome. What I really like in that game is the over just because there's going to be no elements. Later on that night, UNLV, Ohio. The Running Rebels are a 6.5 point favorite over the Bobcats. Bobby, what you got?
I have UNLV covering. I got them winning that one at -6.5.
Doug, what say you?
Give me Ohio plus the points.
Ohio Bobcats. What? Someone fired their coach last night. It couldn't have been Ohio, but it was someone in that conference. Did you see that? I can't remember who it was. Because in my head it was Ohio, but then when I sat down to do this, I was like, it couldn't have been Ohio. The guy was 8-4. What the hell? And took their team to a bowl game. Maybe it was Miami of Ohio. Maybe that's who it was.
Yes, it was Miami of Ohio. Yeah,
it was. Okay.
Yes.
I caught last. You know how it'll go across the bottom line. You catch the very last of it.
Mm-hmm.
You think you saw what you saw, but you didn't see what you saw.
Pretty funny too, because Miami of Ohio has a bowl game coming up in like a week or so.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the circumstances. I know they had a disappointing season because beginning of the year they were favoring a lot of games and then they just kind of spit the bit.
Yeah,
but it is a little odd. I'm with you on that because you got a small program like that. If I can get you to a bowl game, you should just be patting me on the back.
Yeah.
I'm making money for your program. Shut the hell up. All right, the next day.
Who did you pick on that UNLV Ohio one?
Oh, I'm sorry. I wrote it down, but I didn't say it. UNLV minus
Gotcha.
6.5. Minus 6.5. I've watched more UNLV games. I've only caught a couple of Ohio games. They've got a pretty explosive offense, and this should be a fun game. The over is 65.5.
Yeah.
And this is Frisco Test. That is the Scooter's Coffee Frisco Bowl in Frisco, Texas. Isn't that an indoor stadium? I think it is. I almost want to say that might be where UTSA plays a lot of their games. Anyways,
so, yeah.
it's not here nor there, but if that's an indoor stadium, 65.5, that's gettable for those two schools. The next day, Christmas Eve, the only game, college or pro. Bad job they do this every year. Why do we only get one lousy game, and it's usually a lousy game on Christmas Eve, but yet you're going to give us like a triple header on Christmas Day of the NFL? You couldn't have put one of those games on the night before. And I know they've done it before because I remember Doug being over back when we used to do our nighttime Christmas Eve parties with everybody. Everybody just kind of fell off, and everyone just kind of having babies and crying in the corner nowadays. But I remember Doug and I watching the Raiders.
Yeah.
I want to say Pittsburgh. It was a cold game. Yeah. It was Pittsburgh, and that was Christmas Eve.
Yep.
I don't know why they're not doing one. I mean, come on. You're not going to convince me that the maybe because it's a Wednesday and they don't want to, I don't know. But college football should then take the damn mantle and go, all right, we usually have the Hawaii Bowl. Let's go ahead and have a couple of games.
Mm.
You can still have the Hawaii Bowl, but give me some meat on the bone. For people who are about to go to mass, maybe kick this thing off at 4 and do what, I don't care who takes the ball and runs with it, but something. All right. Next game is Friday, December 26th. So they take a day off, obviously. Oh, I guess I'd actually get the picks. Cal, Hawaii. Bobby, what you got? Hawaii is getting 1.5 at home.
Yeah, I'm going with Hawaii, getting this one done at home.
Okay.
Honolulu.
Doug, what say you?
Yeah, Hawaii will just cover the spread.
I'm going to take Cal. Cal, I think, is a pretty decent football program. They're building something there. Now, I don't know which Cal team you're going to get. That's the problem. There are weeks where they're very formidable, and they'll do things like, I won't say they're shocking upsets this year, but they beat Minnesota. They beat North Carolina when North Carolina was starting to kind of get some momentum. Hell, they went into Louisville and beat Louisville. They beat SMU. They've got some impressive wins, but then there's some head scratchers. You're like, what the hell, man? You got blown out at Stanford. You got your ass handed to you by Duke. So we'll see what happens here. I think Cal's going to have a very good chance, but I do think this game comes down to the wire. All right, the next game on the docket is Friday the 26th. And on Friday the 26th, we have New Mexico and Minnesota. The Golden Gophers are a 2.5-point favorite. Doug, what you got?
Give me New Mexico against that spread to win. New Mexico is beginning to be actually a good football team. They're starting to build something there. So
that's a decent day of college football too. They actually have a triple header on the 26th. Bobby, what you got?
I'm gonna go with Minnesota getting this one done. I know it's pretty big travel for them, but they'll have time to adjust, of course, with the long layoff before the bowl game. I think they'll get this one done. And I think they've had some solid games this year where they've looked decent. So Give me Minnesota.
Give me New Mexico just because it's the proximity. I think the fans will travel. Phoenix, Arizona, Chase Field, home of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Quick reminder, Braves Country Days coming your way at the top of the hour. And New Mexico, I used to get New Mexico State confused all the damn time. And then New Mexico actually started putting together a decent football program, and State has just been awful. So it became very easy to remember which players were on which team. But I'm telling you, for like a decade, I would get the quarterbacks mixed up constantly. And I know New Mexico fans probably don't want to hear that, but it's true. But kudos to New Mexico to actually starting to build something. The other game, did I jot that one? I did. FIU and UTSA, as Tony Agolini used to always say, America's sweetheart. UTSA 7.5-point favorite against FIU in the Gerald Ford Stadium, Dallas, Texas. Is that the old Cotton Bowl? Do y'all know?
The Ford Stadium? Yeah. I think it is.
Or did they rename it Gerald Ford?
I think so.
Or has it always been, and I don't know that because they always called it the Cotton Bowl? I'll have to look that up. I've never heard that reference. Gerald J. Ford. I didn't know Gerald Ford had a damn stadium named after him. I mean, he was president for like 18 months.
Well, he's not even from Texas.
Did he go to school in that stadium?
No, he played football for Michigan.
What did he do? What did he do in Dallas, Texas that has everybody?
I have no idea.
Was he a part of the Kennedy assassination? Why is Jerry? I'm so confused. I always wonder if ESPN's put a misprint on there. Okay. What you got, Bobby? UTSA minus 7.5.
I'm gonna go UTSA to cover. I think they're gonna get this one done in pretty dominant fashion. I mean, they've had some solid games this year, and I've always thought UTSA is a decent program. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. I think they're gonna put up a ton of points. They gave Tulane one of their losses in the season, and I'm gonna go UTSA.
Doug, what say you?
Yeah, I got all UTSA just going up and down the field all day. It's not even going to be close.
UTSA,
as I like to say.
I'm going to take FIU. I just think they're going to keep it close enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's 9.5. I think I said 7.5. It was 9.5 last night when I I don't think that really makes much of a difference. If you think they're going to smoke them, they're going to smoke them. But I'm hoping something happened overnight that changed that line. I don't know what it could be. The hardest part about this, especially when you do it days and weeks in advance, is you don't know the opt-outs. You don't know the transfer portals. I'm so sick and tired of keeping up with that. I've actually unfollowed all my X accounts that I used to pay attention to the transfer portal stuff, because it doesn't make any difference until you get to the season. And so I'll get caught up in freaking June and July, because one of the FSU channels were bugging out last night because 4 potential starters entered the portal. And I'm like, yeah, and then they'll bring 4 more in. I don't give a crap anymore. Yeah. I'll watch it on Saturdays in the fall, but honestly, it has become a laughing stock of what the sport used to be. And until they fix the NIL, it's always going to be that way. So I don't give a crap. I'll pay attention to it when you get closer to the season. You go, oh, look at there.
Yeah, there's enough off seasons to keep up with in the world of sports anyways. We don't need to add college football to that.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell me, oh, look at there. Johnny Manziel found an extra year of eligibility. Look, he's back this year. I don't care anymore. I don't care. I didn't even look at the damn. Nor I used to get locked into signing day. I didn't even watch it.
Yeah,
I just checked. I checked the list at the end. I was like, oh, look at there, Florida State must be doing something illegal because they're in the top 15 in the country, and they've had a terrible year, and they've got a terrible head coach coming back, but somehow they stayed top 15. I've got nothing on that. I have no idea how the hell that happened. I saw there were your boy's leaving, the quarterback
Lagway.
Yeah.
I'm not heartbroken over that one.
You want to hear an evil rumor?
What's that?
they're talking about Florida State and he might have a mutual interest.
Have them.
Oh my God, dog it! Can we get a quarterback to throw the damn ball?
Yeah.
It's been freaking 3 years.
Be my guest.
We go from DJU to Tommy Castellanos to that clown. Thanks, great, can't wait.
DJU to Castellanos to DJL. Yeah. There you go.
Jeez Louise.
I've heard LSU, by the way, with Lagway. I've heard LSU get thrown out there quite a bit, which would be interesting. Yeah.
I want someone who can drop back and do this thing called complete a pass. That's what I don't want to hear. Oh, he's athletic. He's good. He needs some structure and some coaching. But then other than that, he can't hit the broadside of the barn. But other than that, he's a really good quarterback.
If he just learns how to pass the ball, he'd be a solid quarterback.
Yeah, exactly. We got to work on his footwork, his mechanics. You got like 3 months to do that. Don't bring that jackass in. And if you do, don't pay him anything because I don't know if he should be the starter. And once they pay him, they think he has to be the starter.
Mm-hmm.
And rant. Okay, next day, Saturday, the 27th. This is a decent matchup. Pittsburgh ECU.
Yeah.
We're going to start rattling through these. Doug, what you got? It's 9.5. Sorry.
What? Pittsburgh's got 9.5.
Yeah. Minus.
Yeah, give it. Oh yeah. I'm laying the points with Pittsburgh.
Okay, Bobby would
Too much offense.
I'm gonna go Pittsburgh as well.
I'll take Pitt as well. Next game is Penn State Clemson. This is a lot of interesting stories on this one, but Penn State is getting 3. Doug, what you got?
Yeah, give me Penn State to cover.
Bobby.
I'm gonna go Clemson. I think Clemson's going to get this one done. I just think Penn State's a bit of a mess right now.
I'm going to go Clemson, too. It's one of those I hold my nose and hope for the best. 3 points isn't that big of a deal. Penn State has been playing good football, but Clemson has a better roster because of some of the things that have transpired over the last few weeks. UConn Army. Well, y'all know where I'm going. I'm taking UConn plus the 9.5. Bobby, what you got?
Yeah, I'm going to go UConn as well. I think that's a bit too wide of a spread. I think they're going to cover.
Doug, what you got?
I agree. UConn covers.
All right, so everyone's in agreement. BYU, Georgia Tech. This is a big one for the area. Georgia Tech is getting 4.5 points. It's in Orlando, Florida. Doug, what you got?
Give me BYU to cover.
Bobby.
Yeah, I'm going to go with your college football side check as well. Give me BYU minus 4.5.
Well, we can go ahead and double down on that.
There we go.
I just think they're going to have something to play for because the coach is coming back. I think they're going to be energized. I don't know how motivated Georgia Tech's going to be, but it should be a fun offensive game. Not what I would call a shootout, but I do think you're going to get past the number of 56.5. North Texas, San Diego State. North Texas is laying 3. Bobby, what you got?
I'm going to go with North Texas minus 3. I mean, I talked about it a week ago. They're the highest scoring team in college football this year. I think they're gonna put up a ton of points in this game and get out of there with a win, and they'll cover.
Doug, what say you?
Yeah, I got North Texas covering here. San Diego State just doesn't have enough offense to keep up with them.
Yeah.
I'm going to agree North Texas, and that'll be a sweep once again. All right, Virginia, Missouri. Virginia getting 7 in Jacksonville. Doug will meet you there. Jacksonville at the Gator Bowl, the Tax Slayer Bowl, whatever you want to call it. What you got, Doug? Are you going Missouri minus 7 or Virginia?
I got Missouri laying the points with Missouri.
Bobby.
I'm going to go with Virginia. I think this seems like a little bit of an overreaction to the Duke loss, which I do think is bad, but I think Virginia plus 7 is pretty good value. Give me them.
I'm going to take Missouri only because Virginia should have lost to Florida State, and Florida State's not good at all. Even though you see an FSU, I got a gnome and I've got an FSU Santa Claus here. They're horrific, and we almost beat them. So I'm just not buying it. LSU in Houston. This game is in Houston. Houston giving up 3. Bobby, what you got?
Yeah, I know LSU is going through a lot with the coaching change and everything right now, but I'm going to go LSU plus 3. I just think they're a much better team than Houston, frankly.
And Doug, what you got?
I'm going to go ahead and take give me Houston.
I'm going to take Houston as well, mainly because when you have the coaching changes, it really turns into a you-know-what show. Monday, 12:29, you've got Georgia Southern, App State. Bobby.
I'm going to go Georgia Southern to cover in that one. -7.
Yeah, -7. Sorry about
Yeah.
that. I'll take Georgia Southern as well, just because I'm really close to the southern part of Georgia. So what the hell? Why not? Doug, what you got?
Yeah, give me Georgia Southern to cover. Appalachian State is just in complete shambles right now.
Yeah.
By the way, they're only in a bowl game because 10 college football teams, including Florida State, who were right at that same mark.
Exactly.
Also, we don't want anything to do. I don't think there was. I think they were going to be in the Gasparilla Bowl, but whatever. It doesn't matter. I still think that was lazy as hell. I'm like, your coach is coming back.
Yeah. I don't know why you're not playing.
You're not going to take a payday to go to a game and get 3 more weeks of practice?
Yeah.
See, that alone tells me they're making the wrong choice bringing them back.
Mm-hmm.
Coastal Carolina, Louisiana Tech. Coastal Carolina plus 9.5. Doug, what you got?
Coastal Carolina is plus 9.5.
Yeah.
Give me Louisiana Tech.
Okay. Bobby, what you got?
I'm going to go with Coastal Carolina to cover. I think that's a bit of a wide spread. Give me them at plus 9.5.
I am too. Tennessee, Illinois, Vols are giving up 2.5. Doug, what you got?
Wow. Oh, give me Tennessee.
Bobby.
I'm going Tennessee as well in this one.
All right, it's gonna be a straight sweep on that. Southern Cal, 3.5 point favorite against TCU that night. Bobby, what you got?
I'm going USC. I think they're a lot better. Give me them to cover.
Doug, what say you?
I agree. USC all the way.
Now, I never thought I heard a Notre Dame fan say USC.
I know. Well, I had to hold my breath while I did it.
The men of Troy. Villarimo Bowl, San Antonio. I'll still go USC. We're going to cut it short there because we got to make our picks really quick. This took a lot longer than I thought it would. When we do our show on the 31st, we'll pick back up where we left off because there's a game at noon that day, Iowa Vanderbilt. So we'll make the picks on that game. All right, real quick. I mean, we're gonna have to rattle these. Bobby, give me your 3 NFL picks.
My 3 NFL picks for the weekend. I'm going to go with the Patriots plus 3 versus Ravens. I don't really get that line a whole lot. I'm going to go with the Browns getting under 16.5 with their team total versus the Bills. And I'm going to go with the Chargers getting plus 2.5 against the Cowboys.
Doug, what say you?
Give me Buffalo minus 10.5 to cover against Cleveland. Give me the Cardinals plus 3 against the Falcons. And give me the Bengals over 47.5 against the Dolphins.
Do what?
I said the last one with give me the over the Bengals 47.5 over against with the Bengals and Dolphins game.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I said it weird.
Yeah, you threw me off. I know the games you like to play.
Uh-huh.
All right, real quick, I've got a teaser. And then my first one, it's Green Bay, Chicago over 40.5. And it's the same game teaser, Chicago plus 5.5. I think it's going to be a higher scoring game. They put 49 up last time. And I think Chicago will hang in there. Give me the Saints minus 4.5. They're hosting the Jets. The Jets are awful. San Francisco, another teaser. This is not a same game. San Francisco minus 0.5. So they just need a win at Indy. I think you're going to get a tape on Phillip Rivers, and everybody's going to know what he can't do, and they should romp him. And then the Pats, that'll move the Pats to plus 9 at the Ravens, and I don't think the Ravens have it in them to cover that number.
Crazy.
Bobby, what you got?
My college football picks. I'm going to go with North Texas at -3, I believe it was. And then I'm going to go with Bama at what was it was minus or plus 1.5. Yeah, plus 1.5. Then I'm going to go Tennessee to cover as well at -2.5.
Okay, Doug, what you got?
I got Bama at plus 1.5 over Oklahoma. I got Miami at Miami laying the 3.5 points against Texas A&M minus 3.5 at Miami.
Taking.
It's what?
Who are you taking, Miami or Texas A&M?
Texas A&M. I said it backwards. Sorry.
And see,
Texas A&M in the points.
Issue. Why there's always an issue.
Always an issue. Yeah, I know. And give me Oregon and Oregon to lay into 21.
Okay. I'm going to take the Alabama Oklahoma over 39.5. I just think that's incredibly low.
Yeah, that's crazy low.
College game. I get it. Those two offenses haven't really in Oklahoma's defense is good, but come on now. Texas A&M minus 3.5, and I'm going to take Cal minus 1.5. I really like that game. My lock, real quick, I'll give it to you. Jacksonville, Denver over 46.5. Doug, what is your lock of the day?
My lock is Texans laying the 14.5 at with the Raiders.
And Bobby, what say you?
I'm going to go with that Patriots +3 spread against the Ravens. I think they're going to get that one done. The Patriots will on the road.
Man, they were so close to clinching that damn division.
Yep.
Did you see the Barstool idiot?
I don't know which one, I guess.
The owner.
Portnoy.
Portnoy.
Yeah.
Did you see what he did?
No, I'm glad I didn't. I'm sure.
Nothing. He went live on something, TikTok or something, and was gloating.
I guess tool.
Over gloating. It was as bad as the idiot that for New York baseball in 2022 said the NL East is over. It's over, and then the Braves come back from a 10.5 game deficit to win the division. It was just as bad. It was like they're no longer the Buffalo Bills of old. This division belongs to us the way it always should have. Put on this big diatribe for like 2 minutes, and then comes back and goes, all right, guys, I got to apologize. And, he doesn't care because he's a multimillionaire and he does this stuff for clicks. But when I was watching it, I forget when I saw it, but it was during the game. So in other words, the game wasn't over yet.
Mm-hmm.
And the comeback was starting. I was like, oh my God, this guy just put the kiss of death on his freaking team. all he needed to do to end it is say, we'll never have a plane crash and we're winning the Super Bowl. That's all he needed to do. And I'm like, my God. One big thing as we walk it off. Doug, what's the one big thing that's going to happen over these next couple of weeks as we won't see each other until we're going to come back on Wednesday, same time, New Year's Eve. No show next week, y'all.
One big thing first off, when everybody watches that the Texas A&M Miami game, is everybody's by the time that game is over, you're going to go, damn, Notre Dame should have been playing this game instead.
I mean, all we got to do is watch the James Madison game and know that. Good God. You can't have 12 teams and then have two Bobos. I'm sorry, It doesn't work that way. It's okay to have one Cinderella. Will they do it in college basketball? Because they have 68 teams in. I want like 76 or something in the near future. But that's why. Bobby, what's your one big thing?
My one big thing. Merry Christmas, of course, everybody, since we won't be back until afterwards. And I'm going to go Alabama. I think they're going to go into Oklahoma and get it done on the road and advance to the second round of the college football playoffs. I'm picking Alabama. That's my one big thing. They're going to go in there and upset the Sooners.
My one big thing, hopefully, Bobby, that you get that box this weekend. Is there any big UFC this weekend?
No, there's on a 6-week layoff with the UFC. There's usually a break around Christmas time and New Year's time. Okay. And transitioning into that Paramount era for the UFC, there's going to be quite the big layoff, 6 weeks.
Okay. Well, I don't know if you already have the NFL package, but if you do, if you don't, then you do now.
Yeah.
And I already told Doug that he's getting his this spring before baseball season starts. So hopefully y'all enjoy those things.
Yeah, of course,
but one big thing in the sports world, man, I think we're going to look at this down the road, just like the way Florida State in 2023. We're going to realize Notre Dame should have been in and probably would have won in the first round, whoever you would have put them up against. And that's a crying shame because we want to see a good football. And maybe it's I still think they got boxed out because of the conference commissioners are just they're wanting to force them in. And this was a power move. Yep. And I understand that. It doesn't make it right.
Yeah.
Right. Like I want Notre Dame in a conference as much as anybody, but it doesn't make it right. Also, Tua Tagovailoa getting benched. I mean, yeah, it's kind of well overdue, but I was a little surprised. How about Zach Wilson got jumped over by Quinn Ewers?
Yeah, that was hilarious. That's going to be a disaster. Quinn Ewers starting a quarterback for the Dolphins.
They're playing the Bengals, right?
Yeah.
I probably should have took that as my lock. The Bengals are going to smoke them.
Yeah.
Smoke them. Y'all have a great one. We'll see you on the top of the hour. Well, see you in about 5 minutes over on Braves Country Radio, Braves Country Day. Do some baseball talk next hour. Y'all have a great one. Merry Christmas, guys, and see you on New Year's Eve, 9 a.m. New Year's Eve, Wednesday.
Goodbye, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Magee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.